All right, guys, so in today's video, I'm gonna be breaking down in complete detail the funnel that you need to have in your business. A lot of people overcomplicate funnels and they try to run too many sequences, too many automations, and they don't really have the biggest payoff for the person who's going to be put into the funnel. So today I'm gonna break down the funnel that helped book Cory 75 calls in 3 months, and it's one simple automation that you can easily plug into your business. This is, of course, the educational email course, and it's something that James Clear, the author of Atomic Habits, uses on his site. Nicholas Cole, a 7-figure, almost 8-figure online writer, uses it on all of his funnels as well. And of course, your boy and Cory Armstrong run it for their funnels as well. So in this video, I'm gonna be breaking down how it works specifically, why it's the best funnel for you to install, and how it's going to book you more sales calls on autopilot till the end of time. However, before we get into that complete breakdown, make sure you like this video, drop a comment, and subscribe. Let's do this.
All right, guys, so here are gonna be the 5 points that we're gonna be talking about in today's video. I'm not gonna insult you by sitting here and reading this outline to you. Rather, I'm gonna use it as touch points to talk to you about, because that's what grade 6 PowerPoint presentation lessons taught me that I remember to this day. So yeah, up here. Anyways, so the first thing obviously is the problem with 95% of newsletter landing pages. I was considering pulling up a newsletter landing page that's pretty generic to use for this example, but I don't want that person to accidentally stumble upon this video and think I'm absolutely ripping them in half, which I would be. So I want to stay out of internet beef as much as possible. But the biggest problem with most newsletter landing pages that causes emails to go unread, calls to go unbooked, and entrepreneurs to feel like they're spinning their tires is most landing pages just have one option to sign up for the email newsletter, but the benefit isn't really that high for the reader. It just says, hey, sign up to get my newsletter. And that's it. Like, there's no real benefit for people signing up for the newsletter other than to get tips and tricks about the industry, but that's usually as far as it goes. Most landing pages just have sign up for my newsletter where you can learn more, or sign up for my newsletter to get tips and tricks on this industry. There's no real valuable benefits for reading this newsletter other than because the creator wants you to read it. So this is why the average newsletter only gets opened around 20 to 25% per industry, and it's why people rarely click, because if there's not a big enough benefit for you to read the newsletter, why would you open it? Why would you click on anything that is in those emails? So an educational email course, we're on point number 2, if you're keeping track at home. An educational email course, in my opinion, is the most effective way to build your email list. Because ultimately you want to keep hitting people with your newsletter, but how are you gonna get them to open it if they don't care about what you do? So let's take my client, Cory Armstrong here, for example. Look at this beautiful, handsome man. In his bio, you can see exactly what it is. I help men get ripped with intermittent fasting, lost 50 pounds in 5 months. Get my free course below, and it's thebigbellyblaster.com. When you click on that, you get sent to this landing page. And this landing page shows you exactly what you're gonna be getting when you sign up for the email list. The Big Belly Blaster. If you stop making these 5 fitness mistakes, I told you I wouldn't insult you by reading at you, but I started reading at you anyways, you get the point. There's very clear, specific benefits to signing up for this. And now, you're probably wondering, like, what happens if I put my email in there? Well, essentially what I did was I created a course for Cory, split it up into 5 parts, and it gets sent automatically to people over the span of 5 days. So if you scroll down on this landing page, there is one option to give your email, which is what most people get right, by the way. The more options there are, the worse off you are, because it gives them decision fatigue. It's like that book, The Paradox of Choice by Barry Schwartz. Great read, by the way. So when you scroll down to the bottom of this page, it shows you everything that they're gonna get. Here's everything that's inside. Day 1, mistake 1, day 2, mistake 2, day 3, mistake 3, day 4, mistake 4, etc., etc. The one thing that I love about email courses is when I show prospects this landing page, even people who are trainers who know this shit backwards and forwards, like the nutrition and workout stuff, every time they read the copy in this section, they always wonder to themselves out loud, I kind of want to know what these are now. And that's the benefit of an email course landing page. That's the benefit of having an email course. Because at the top here, you're solving these specific problems for these people. These are burning problems for your target audience. And when you're telling them like, hey, I'll give you all this for free, and you tease them with this little preview at the bottom, it evokes curiosity in them. They can't help but sign up for it because it's fucking free. What are they, stupid? They're not stupid. I don't want anybody to watch this to think that I'm trying to slander you. And you get it. So here's what the emails look in your inbox when it gets sent to you. Now, I clearly have way too many unread emails, which is why I starred all these emails and separated them so you don't see what a disgusting hooligan I am. So when you first sign up, you get day 0. Day 0 is it welcomes you to the course, and it kind of gives you an outline about what you're going to learn for the next 5 days. If you didn't scroll down to the bottom of this shit, it kind of just outlines exactly what's on the bottom of the site. And if you're curious about what this little link is here at the bottom, something that I've added to all my email courses for my clients and myself, because I have one too, is instead of waiting for the course to drip out every day for 5 days, I also give people the option of clicking and getting the next day immediately. So if they click this link, they will get day 1 in the next couple minutes rather than having to wait a whole day for it to get automatically sent to them. We'll go day 1, just a quick outlook. Here's the nice banner, big belly blaster, lesson 1, why you have no idea what you're doing, handsome man, logo, super official. So yeah, that's pretty straightforward. Scrolling through the email, then at the bottom, it gives you a link to click through as well. I'm not gonna click through the rest of these 4 emails because I'm sure you get the point. And if you wanna read them, just sign up, man. What are you waiting for? But this is how it looks like in the inbox. Then at the end of this process, this is how the calls get booked, if you're wondering that. We have what's called a pitch sequence. So after the course is done, wait a day, and the next day, here's what you get: recap and free stuff. Hey, here's what you covered, and then we have more free stuff for you. So Cory has other lead magnets like a fasting guide and a 6-pack guide, and you can get them for free here. But he also says, like, if you want my help to get ripped without having to crash diet, I can help. And here's a link to his calendar. So that's the first touch point on the pitch sequence. The second one is the second email. It's a bit of long form copy rather than just, hey, you can sign up here, to ground them in the problem. Hey, I understand why you have these problems. I understand what you're going through. I can fix them for you. Scroll down to the bottom here. They kind of read the whole thing. We understand what they're going through. Book with my calendar here. Boom. Look forward to chatting soon. And the last one is an urgency email. So, hey, just a heads up, my calendar is filling up a lot faster than I anticipated. If you're on the fence, book with me here. And this isn't fake urgency, because at one point I booked Cory so far in advance, he had to stop taking sales calls for like 45 days. So yes, if you have enough traffic going to your page and you have a great middle of your funnel set up, like this email course, shit can get really crazy. So like I said, this is also something I have working for myself. So if you look at my profile, here I am, here's my bio, fitness trainer fast track, you click on it, same concept. If you stop making these 5 marketing mistakes, you'll sell fitness packages for $2K, have an overflow of inbound leads, scale over $20K a month consistently, a little bit of social proof about myself, lets you know exactly what you're getting, wanna make sure this is worth it, boom, sign up. And for full transparency's sake, here are my stats on this email list. So if I go to my subscribers here on this email course, the open rate is 60%, the click rate is just under 8%, and having this email course has helped me sign multiple clients in the past. I've had 3 people book calls and close directly through the pitch sequence I've had, and I've had multiple other clients sign because I sent them the course. It was an overwhelming amount of value and they wanted to work with me. Now, some of these people I had to follow up with on my own outside of sending them the email course, but the idea is it nurtures them in a way that's intimate, and it nurtures them in a way that sets you apart from the competition. So again, to kind of recap, you're giving people an entire course that's split into 5 segments that sends automatically over 5 days. And there are 9 touch points. Day 0 when they first sign up, the 5 days of the course, and then 3 hits on the pitch sequence that allows them to actually book a call with you. The reason why it's the best funnel to connect your content to booked calls is because it actually solves their burning problems for them. People are willing to act. You just need to show them what their biggest problems are and the benefits they have of solving them. The reason, again, why most newsletters don't get read is because there isn't a big enough payoff for the reader. With an email course, however, there's an overwhelming amount of benefits for them. And so it's a no-brainer for them to sign up. And because the information is actually stuff they find valuable, they will read. So there are a couple main benefits for having an email course, like I talked about a bit earlier, and they are direct and indirect. So the biggest thing is that it builds your email list for you. Emails convert 174% better than social media content does. There's a couple of reasons for that. It's more intimate. Instead of having all the options to scroll reels or go DM people or check out stories or scroll on TikTok, all you can do is read. So it's a lot less distracting for them. And 2, it's a more intimate way of interacting with your content. Content is great on social media. You can look at people's stuff. You can choose to follow them. That's the next step. The next step after that is them actually getting on your email list. It's another step of them committing to wanting to learn more about what you do. It books calls for you because it has the link there to book a call directly, and it nurtures people because it's giving them valuable information. The more indirect benefits, though, like what I talked about, is it sets you apart from your competitors. Most people don't have these things. So if you're telling people, hey, come get my free six-pack guide, hey, come get my free nutrition guide, it's great, but there's a big problem with those. Most lead magnets only hit people once. Like the six-pack guide and the nutrition guide, they read it and it's over. The email course shows up every single day in your inbox until it's over. So you're getting hit with it a bunch of times. Also, if you send the course to people and they actually sign up, read, and click on whatever link there is, which you can all see in your analytics, by the way, then when you follow up with them, you can ask them, what did you think of the course? You've built rapport without actually having to talk to them because this is sending emails automatically to them. You have more things to talk about, and most importantly, they know that you understand their problems. In fact, they know that you understand their problems way more intimately than they do. And that is how you accelerate leads from cold leads to hot leads. Social proof. For the first 3 months Cory had his up, it booked him 75 calls on Autopilot. When I scroll over here and we look at his email performance, this open rate and this click rate doesn't separate between the daily emails we send and the email course. Before we started sending daily emails, the open rate was around 52% and the click rate was around 1.5%. The reason why it's significantly lower than the 8% I have is because when we first set it up, I didn't have the speed up links at the bottom. Now, with daily emails and the course going out, his open rate is still double what the average open rate is in the fitness industry. The fitness industry averages about 20% open rate, but this is 41. I'm a firm believer in email courses for everything I just showed you, but I want to remind you of something. When you're building a funnel, it's important to have a strong top, a strong middle, and a strong bottom. Huge pause. Because when you're building the top of your funnel, you need to give people a reason to even be interested in you. That's your content, those are your ads if you run those. The middle of the funnel is what's going to take people from your content and give them a reason to get further into the funnel. That's what the email course does. And now when they've signed up and they've read and they've opened and you send them your newsletter, they're far more likely to open, which is exactly shown in the 41% open rate with Cory's emails. If you're interested in looking at my email course or Cory's, they will be linked below. If you're interested in checking out these courses, they will be linked below. And if you're big as hell and you got a big ass belly, make sure you check out Cory's because, shameless plug, and too, he knows what the fuck he's talking about. But anyways, that's all for this video. If you found this helpful, let me know what specifically you found most helpful in the comment section. Make sure you drop a like, make sure you subscribe, and if you want to check out more videos, just click the suggested one that comes up.